Hi, I'm James and thank you for tuning in to ebuyer.com. In this video, we're going to be taking a quick look and overview of the Acer XFO series gaming monitor. With a refresh rate that overclocks up to 165 Hz and a sub 1 millisecond response time, could this be the ideal panel for competitive gaming in 2021 and beyond? Let's take a look. Sliding the monitor out the box, you'll find a few things, including the monitor stand, which we're going to build in just a second's time. You're included user manuals and other documentation, and you'll also find a range of display and power cables to get your monitor plugged up and ready to go. Building the monitor up is a really easy two-stage process. The first step is to take the rear monitor column and actually screw this in to the base that comes included in your monitor's box. They actually give you a handy thumb screw at the bottom of this base to make the process that little bit easier. As soon as you've done this and that's nice and tight, you can place your stand down and then simply slide the monitor onto that rear plate. It really is very simple. And after a satisfying click sound, you know your monitor is in and ready to go. While we're at the rear of the monitor, let's take a look at some of the included ports and I/O around the rear. These ports include a pair of HDMI 2.0 connectors, a DisplayPort cable, as well as the headphone jack for plugging in a pair of headphones. You also get a 2-port USB hub included as well, which is super handy for plugging in a webcam and making your cable management nice and tidy, with a standard kettle power connector to power the monitor up. And this of course does come included in the monitor's box as well. We'll come on to look at the panel in a second's time in some gaming and productivity applications, but let's take a look at the stand first off. You get integrated height adjustment up and down. You also get some rotation, so you can position this monitor for the best viewing angles, as well as tilt, which further helps make sure it's in the right position for you. As if that wasn't enough, you can also rotate the monitor around 90 degrees into a portrait orientation, and this is going to be great for, say, some programming workflows or even just personal preference. Really nice stand from Acer here, lots of adjustability, and it feels nice and sturdy, which is always a good thing. One way that we're actually going to go ahead and test this monitor out is by jumping into a game like Call of Duty Warzone. This is of course a competitive FPS title where a high 165 Hz refresh rate and super fast 0.8 millisecond response time is going to come in super useful and help to give you that competitive edge. Here we go, jumping out of the plane. You can see kind of gaming experience so far really smooth, but we'll see kind of how that materializes as we jump deeper and deeper into the game. Collecting plenty of loot with some really high frame rates. As I say, the game is looking really smooth so far. So let's see if that can materialize into any wins or any kills or any kind of extra performance enhancement for us in the title. Driving around in the game is actually a really good test as well, because you can actually see just how smooth this panel is, and that obviously makes a huge difference to your actual gaming experience. Helps to kind of give you that upper hand, especially when paired with other kind of latency busting technologies. Things like NVIDIA Reflex, for example. There is actually one thing we can do to elevate our performance even more. This monitor can actually be set to up to 165 Hz in terms of the refresh rate, which allows you to see more frames in FPS games than ever before. We're going to do this, we're just going to jump into our monitor settings and then scroll down to gaming. We're going to make sure we've got overdrive not only enabled on normal, but set to extreme. We really are pushing things to the max in this eBuyer video. There we go. And then we're going to jump back into our Windows menu, which we can do by navigating to our display, clicking display settings, and then jumping into our advanced display settings. You then want to go to display adapter properties, go over to the monitor tab, and then change this up from 144, which is already more than double the usual 60 Hz refresh rate of many panels, and go right up to 165 Hz. We're going to click apply, and that's going to save our changes. Make sure we're getting that full 165 Hz, click OK, and jump back into Warzone. It really is mega simple, and that's going to take our gaming performance up just that extra notch. Oh, boom! There we go! Escape! It might be a little bit unconventional, but it certainly worked. The next title I actually wanted to test out on this Acer monitor is a little bit of CSGO. The reason for that is actually because CSGO is a really high FPS title, where being able to see those extra frames is super important. You can see we've got our frame rate up in the top left as well. We're sitting around 300 FPS, so more than enough for this 165 Hz monitor, and hopefully that can help us get some kills in a bit of CSGO. Boom, there's one. Boom, there's two. We're on a roll. Here we go. Where's three? Oh, three's disappeared. And there's three. Happy days. Beautiful stuff. And the game is still at a super high FPS on this super high refresh rate 165 Hz monitor. That pretty much wraps it up for our unboxing, first look and overview of this Acer XFO series gaming monitor with its sub 1 millisecond response times, great viewing angles, and high frame rate gaming experience. Thanks for tuning in to ebuyer.com, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.